So the series starts by the 13-year-old boy getting arrested on the charge of murdering a girl with knife who is his classmate. So as the series move ahead, one thing we understand that this action that the boy has taken is due to some kind of rage, anger or impulsivity. They've also captured very beautifully each scene and the feelings of parents. What they think, how they feel, what is their role. Also, we get to see the perspective of the authorities and the boy himself. So the very first thing is that I found very powerful is that when in the last episode, when parents say that we thought if our child is in his room, he's in safe environment. This is actually not true. We as parents feel that if our child is in his or her room, they are away from the world. They are at home, they are in safe environment, no one can harm him or her. But the moment you keep social media with the child in that room, your child gets exposed to the whole world. For them, the outside world is very approachable. This boy in the series, now he used to be in his own room, but was exposed to social media, and because of this social media he got exposed to such kind of content on internet that was totally inappropriate for him. This content was about toxic masculinity, what is a man, what should be the manly behavior, girls like what kind of men or boys. So this kind of type of content this boy used to see, and now it's not about the content we're talking about it. On top of that, we also get to see the cyber bullying that happens online. This boy was being bullied in school, that is offline. Now along with that, he was also started getting bullied online. He was bullied saying that he's ugly, he's not masculine, etc. So now parents thinking that my child is sitting in his or her room with a phone or laptop or tab is absolutely safe and secured. This is not true. The child is very unsafe if they have access to social media, because they get access to so many things without editing, things without any rules, regulations, just so many things, and any kind of person, a stranger, can get in touch with your child through this. So usually we try to protect our child from the world, from strangers, but here what we have done, we have brought this unsafe world and strangers to his or her own room. So this, the first and the foremost important message to all the parents there, that this is something that we really need to watch out and take care of. The second message I have here is about the stereotype that exists in our society. This particular stereotype has been ingrained deeply in our minds, and it's been there for centuries. The stereotype is that a man, to look masculine, must have a masculine body, show aggression, or is physically powerful, should get into fights, dominate women, or must show violent behavior. This is called as toxic masculinity. And the boys who are not like this, boys who are soft-spoken, who are polite, who are sensitive, such boys are labeled as unmanly. Such boys are labeled or perceived as unattractive. There are a lot of movies, series where we see men being aggressive, getting into action and behaving violently and are being considered as macho. On top of this, it is also shown in the movies that girls or women get attracted to such macho men. This is a very wrong message that is being given in our society. That boys who get into fights for their girls, who scream or are violent, or so they are the alpha males. In our society, when they see such kind of men on screen, the boys get impressed and feel that I too want to become like that. I too want to be like macho like this hero, or that I also become popular among girls. So this is definitely a very wrong message that our society gets from such kind of movies. It is influencing and shaping our society, our boys, in a very wrong way. And girls, when they get married to such kind of boys, they regret and are unhappy because they sometimes also show bad temper and have domestic violence at home. Now the problem is that due to this stereotype that our society has made, boys who do not fit into this category get bullied and become unpopular among females. Such boys are made to feel that they are good for nothing. They can never get into a relationship. They cannot have a girlfriend. So this kind of thing pressurizes these boys immensely, and even if they are not like that, these boys mold themselves and show aggression in order to fit in this masculine category. In this series, this 13-year-old boy Jamie, he's a boy who likes history, who likes art, who likes drawing. He's a very sensitive as well as a very intelligent, bright boy. But due to bullying, he's made to feel that he's ugly, he's not masculine, he's not good enough. And whatever crime he does in this series is because of this bullying that happened to him. Third point that I want to mention here is that when a child gets bullied continuously, when he is made ashamed of something continuously, when he is humiliated, insulted continuously in front of his friends, in public, in front of class, there is this pile of anger that gets accumulated inside him. This rage that gets piled up inside him. Sometimes this child is not able to face the bully or raise his voice against them. But somewhere deep inside him, this rage and anger keeps getting built up. Now, all of this obviously leads to inferiority complex and anger issues. This anger then comes out in various other harmful ways. In this series, Jamie's anger came up to such a tripping point that he then literally takes a knife and attacks his classmate. He did not have any intention of killing that girl. It's just that when the anger surged in, he lost it and he did the action. His anger hijacked or overtook his brightness, his artistic side, his intelligence. So bullying is a very dangerous and a harmful childhood trauma. The physical bullying that happens, the scars that come out of that are clearly visible. But the emotional trauma and bullying that injures you mentally and emotionally, those scars are not easily visible. These scars take the form of such acts. For example, body shaming, name calling like you are dumb, you're stupid, you're such an idiot, teasing or passing remarks on their physical looks like you're so thin, you're so fat, you're too white, you're too dark, and so on. All these things leave a deep impact on a child and stays in their child's heart for a very long period of time, sometimes till their adulthood. So now to all the parents there, parents and school authorities, we must take bullying something as a very serious concern. When a child comes and tells you something, maybe that is a very small thing for you and you just kind of, okay, let it be, or you ignore it. But remember, it might be a very big thing for your child. We think it's okay. All children are like that. They keep saying all such stuff to each other. It's fine. When they will grow up, they will be fine. They will understand. But no, it's not like that. Sometimes the effect of such things get rooted very deeply in a person, and these insecurities or complexes stay with them till their adulthood and keep affecting them. So the victims of bullying, either sometimes they themselves become a very big bully, or like Jamie, they keep piling up the anger inside them, and one day, like a sleeping volcano, burst and just ruins everything around, including themselves. One another very important thing that I would like to tell parents here is that please understand that a child's brain is not fully developed till the age of 27 to 28. The part of the brain that creates impulsive behavior, that does get developed to some extent, but the prefrontal cortex that is responsible for rational and logical thinking, this part that tells you that whatever action you are doing today, that will be the consequence of that tomorrow. That part of the brain is still not developed till the age of 27 to 28 years. Even the part of your brain which controls your impulsive behavior, even that is not fully developed till the age of 20 to 27, 8 years. Even if you feel that my child is very bright, very intelligent, very sorted and disciplined one, even then remember these things can affect him because they cannot think completely rationally. So at this age, whatever they see, whatever they hear, or whatever you show them, they get brainwashed very easily. So teenager brain is such that very easily they can be impressed or brainwashed, no matter how bright they are or how high score in their school subjects they get. So please make sure that you take care of your child in such matters and never assume that my child understands things really well and won't do any such thing. Last but not the least, I would like to tell you that as parents, what all should we do? In this series, they have shown the helplessness of the parents. They did for their child as much as they could do. Earlier, Jamie's father wants his son to be like him, like in sports, masculine and macho like him. His father puts Jamie in football, wrestling, etc. But later he realized that his son is not like that. He is more artistic, more soft kinds, more sensitive kinds. So parents got him video games at home. They only allowed him to play at home. So see, like I always say in my parenting videos, there is nothing called as perfect parenting. You can never be a perfect as a parent. As parents, we always try to do best for our child and we never want to do bad for them. But sometimes we get disconnected with our child. I've explained about disconnection in one of my other videos. Please do watch that. So parents must stay connected to their child, a little more involved in their lives. Like in this series, Jamie was getting bullied online and in school as well. But it seems like parents had no clue that this all was happening to him. If they would have known, things might have turned out very differently. Because parents, being mature, are able to guide and counsel their children nicely in such situations. Now in this series, Jamie's father says that he himself used to get beaten up by belt by his own father, that is Jamie's grandfather. So imagine the kind of disconnect his father would have had with his own father. Similarly, maybe his father going forth also did not connect emotionally that well with Jamie. So this might have led to no healthy communication and sharing. That means when parents themselves have their own life stresses and going through some own traumas, we are sad or have issues, then we are able to give physical comfort to our children, but might fail to give them emotional support and comfort. Sometimes both the parents are working, both are stressed by their own jobs, they don't have time, they don't get time to spend quality time with their children. This whole thing leads to disconnect, less emotional bonding and lesser communication. So I would like to tell parents here that it's okay not to put your child in 10 different classes, extracurricular. It's okay not to put them in best of the schools. More than this, it is important that you have bonding and connection with your child, so that when you are involved in their life and if you feel that they are going in a wrong path, you're able to direct them towards the right path on right time. After watching this series, don't think that, oh my god, my child will also do the same thing or so. No, every child is very different and each one has their own way to deal with things. This is just one of the things that has been shown here. And also as parents, you need to understand, please don't go on a guilt trip. We cannot become the perfect parents. As parents also, we might do many mistakes and that's okay. We can't be always right. So it's not possible at all. We can only try our best and that's all. Also remember that if your child has phone in his or her hand, then please remember that whole world is in their hands. They are literally exposed to the whole world, to the strangers. Don't take it lightly. And if they have these gadgets, then keep a control, keep a check, which is very, very important. Make sure that you monitor that with whom they are talking, what are they talking, what all is happening, who all are they friends with. Keep involved in their lives, but don't start interfering too much at the same time. It shouldn't be like your child starts hating you for that. So that also lead to aversive effects. Don't be a helicopter parent. So that is all for this video. I hope we get to learn good lessons from this series and I wish you all a very happy and productive parenting. If you liked my video, then please like, share and subscribe. And if you want to share anything about your own experiences or your child experiences, please feel free to write in the comment section below.